podcast, 10,000 No's. In an attempt to find out how men and women in every field imaginable, facing seemingly insurmountable obstacles, overcame their no's. What followed in the next 3 years has become the education of my life. This book contains quotes from some of my podcast guests that so perfectly reinforce the principles I have learned, mostly through trial and error. Some of those guests are famous, some are not. 2 have died since our conversation, and most are thriving. But the common thread is that each and every one of them is as flawed and as full of contradictions, pain, sadness, worry, joy, laughter, sorrow, and victory as the rest of us. They are human. They do not possess the answers, nor were they born on the island of yes. All of them have stumbled upon the same tough truths by grappling with, battling, and overcoming a mountain of no's. It's not just a matter of learning from the tough times we experience, but what we learn, why it's important to learn from it, when we learn it, from hours to years after, and how we use those lessons to persevere. No matter who you are or where you are in your career, you will have setbacks. You will be in need of counsel from friends and other supporters, and no book or piece of advice will make your pain go away immediately. There is no magic pill. But knowing that others have suffered in ways similar to you and somehow made it through is enough to help you pick up the pieces, reflect on them, and move on. Ironically, when I sat down with my documentary filmmaker friend, I was feeling particularly terrible and self-judgmental about this book. That was when he told me about the 5 stages of creativity, which somehow I had never heard before. Stage 1. I'm really excited about this. Stage 2. This isn't as good as I thought it was. Stage 3. This is terrible. Stage 4. This is actually better than I realized. Stage 5. I'm really excited about this. If everything were easy all the time, you would not value the ease. If yes were the answer to your every wish and demand, every victory and windfall would be meaningless. You think you want comfort, but what you really need is progress. Progress only arrives when a struggle is overcome. So while I wish I could send you off into the world telling all your friends that this book solved everything for you, I know that would be unrealistic. Instead, I send you off into the world urging you to lean into your 10,000 no's. I urge you to really feel their pain and let that pain guide you past the no to greener pastures. I urge you to learn from them what not to do the next time so you can turn those no's into a yes. I urge you to be grateful for them, for in them lies the wisdom of humanity and experience. There is no greater teacher than that which reminds you that your salvation lies in always striving until your last dying breath. Matthew Del Negro, January 2020. Chapter 1. Getting Started. You never know when those other supportive factors are going to want to converge around your work, but they won't if you don't take the first step. Jessica Blank, writer, The Exonerated. There are many things that can muddy the waters and make something so simple, like trying a new hobby or ditching a bad habit, seem complex. As crazy as it sounds, most humans will come up with excuse after excuse to try to wiggle out of doing the one thing they know they need to do in order to accomplish their deepest desires. But really, it all begins with one step. I believe you will only take that step and change the course you're on when the thought of not doing something becomes more painful to you than the thought of giving it a try. It really is that simple. Keep it simple, stupid. The truth that most people fail to acknowledge, however, is that doing something, even if you're following a dream, can still be painful a lot of the time. When you're following a dream, though, there's a pot of gold at the end of the pain. That pot may not be filled with literal gold, but it should at least hold the gold of fulfillment. That fulfillment usually comes in the form of peace, satisfaction, and a pride that only comes from living with purpose. We don't tell ourselves, I'm never going to write my symphony. Instead,
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.